Hi faithful friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little bit of an eclectic video. Today I have a small thrift haul with some really cute items just in time for spring. And then I'm going to just kind of show you my process as I declutter one of my hutches, the base part of my hutch. I have a lot of things just kind of tossed in there and some things I've forgotten about. So I just want to show you how I go through that process, what I'm going to donate, and what I'm going to keep. I went to a new thrift store the other day. My husband and I, we heard about a new one in near our home, and so I found a couple of cute things there. And then I also went to the Goodwill. You know how that is. We have to stop at the Goodwill. And found two things there. So let me show you what I purchased at those. So the first was the new thrift store. It's not like a chain thrift store or anything. It's just a local person. I know some thrift stores, I don't know if they're actually donating the proceeds to anything. Like, I don't know that it's like the cat rescue or like a hospital auxiliary type thing, or if it's just people are donating to them and that supplies their income. I'm totally fine with either one. If I could get a good deal with some good items, I'm okay. If somebody wants to make their living reselling items, I'm fine with that. So I didn't say that like to be negative. I don't know if it's a proceeds type thrift store, but it's a new one. And it was extremely clean. And I need to find the name, remember the name of it for you all to share, especially if you are local to me. But let me show you the haul that I have from there first. The first thing is this little peg rack. It has the rusty nails on it. I know it's very cutesy prim, and I used to decorate with this, but I've been wanting something like this to hang belts off of, or some of my necklaces. It'll go in my closet. It's not necessarily my full-on style now, but it will work. And it was $2, but it is cute. It's well done. I like the colors. But so that'll go in my closet. When I organize that, I'll show you that process. The next item I got there is this horsehair brush. So I think it's probably for clothing. Either that or it's crumbs on a table. I've seen different, it was called different things when I did the Google Lens on it, but it's, I'm not sure if this is the plastic or if it's the, the Bakelite. When I did some research, it said Bakelite does not have a seam, but I didn't know if that was just for jewelry. If you know anything about this type of item, let me know. But as you can see, I paid $6 for it. They're calling it a vintage Bakelite crumb brush. I paid a little bit more for it, but I'm okay with that because it's so unique, and I thought it would look great with one. I have other brushes that'll look cute with in that display. So yeah, definitely. Oh, and I forgot. I do have a couple things that I have gotten from the cat rescue, the Better Days rescue. So I'm always looking at their silverware when I go there because, as you can see, 50 cents. Their silverware is 50 cents a piece. So I have another sugar spoon. It's really pretty. Sit that down. You can see the handle. It's just so pretty. So I will add that to my collection. I'm not gonna let it go for 50 cents. I'm not gonna let it just be sitting there being unloved. So that's why I pick these things up. And the next little item from there, again, 50 cents for the silverware. You can't beat it. Is this spreader. And it's tarnished. Definitely tarnished, but I like it. I like the spreaders too. I just like the shape of them. That'll be really fun to tuck into my little dishes and my vignettes. And even on my table, if I don't usually decorate my actual table, mostly because I have cats, and for some reason when I decorate it, they are suddenly interested. When I keep it just simple with a simple centerpiece, they don't bother it, so go figure. And then the last thing I got at the cat rescue, the Better Days rescue, is this little doily little table scarf. It's so small. It's a nice cotton embroidered blue. Now I know I don't have a lot of blue, here's the back, in my decor, but for summer when I want to decorate with the red, white, and blue and a little more Americana, this will be cute to tuck into baskets and, you know, over crates and things like that. So, and again, I think this was only like 50 cents. So I always scan these same items. If you've been watching my videos now for a while, you know that I buy the same sort of things, especially from that particular rescue, because they always have the cute items and it's inexpensive. And I like to tuck those in all over the place. Now the last thrift items are from the Goodwill. And so the first item, and we all know the prices at the Goodwill can be questionable. So it has to be something that I really want if I'm going to pay a little bit, you know, upward for the pricing as far as thrift stores go. But I do use these candle rings a lot. They're great to tuck in baskets, to put around candles, to put around, you know, to layer over plates with some bowls or vases in, or even to just hang in front of a mirror or picture. So I definitely got this lavender candle ring. It was $3. And it's like new, but it's in great shape. It's like new. So yes, please. Okay, now this next item, I don't have a collection of these, but I know they're very, very trendy right now. You see them in a lot of the vintage home decor, at least the channels that I watch. And it's been kind of trendy for the last couple years, but it's really popular this year. And so I just had to get it because, you know, monkey see, monkey do, right? I like to kind of keep up with a little bit of trends. I don't like do my whole house in trends, but I do some. But it's the cabbages. Let me know in the comments, do you love the cabbage dishes? This is a Holland mold company, so it is a vintage piece. Now, when I Google lensed it, most of the pictures showed that there were 3 bunnies, and there is this kind of a sharp edge here where it looks like there was something here and then over here. So I'm thinking there were 2 more little bunny heads are supposed to be on this one. And so maybe that's why it was at the Goodwill, is because maybe it's missing those and it's not perfect. But it was $5. And I'm okay with it not having, you know, being perfect, because I'm not an avid collector of the cabbage prints, but I wanted this for spring because it's, you know, definitely vintage. And other than that, it's in great shape other than the 2 missing pieces. So did I pay? Yeah, I paid $5 for it. You can see the sticker in there. But too cute. So I'm anxious to put this. I have it sitting on my dining room table right now, and it's adorable there. And even with this lavender candle ring, those 2 colors are perfect together, the greens and the purples. And I think because the bunny's gray, he lends to the purple, and he has a little pink face. He's so cute. Anyway, that is my thrift haul for the day. That was 3 different thrift stores, 3 different days, and so I like to kind of store those up and share them with you all at once. Unless, of course, I have a big day and have a lot to share, then I kind of show those as I go. Now, the next thing we want to do is this hutch back here in the corner. I started, as you can see, I have a bit of a mess on the floor. I started to declutter that because I'm going to take some things to the cat rescue. I donate all my items to that particular thrift store because for one, I want to help the kitties. You know, it's a no-kill place, you know, where they, you know, put cats up for adoption. And anytime I can support them, I do. So I take all my donation items there, and I do a lot of shopping there too. So I support the kitties. But I wanted to clean out that cabinet because if you saw my last video where I was decorating my dining room hutch, I used some of the dishes from that hutch, from that cabinet. And I realized that I have things in there that I don't use, they don't work with my decor, and so I want to declutter that. And I want to show you kind of the process if you have any questions of how I do it, you know, my thoughts on what I'm getting rid of and why, that type of thing. I just kind of take you along with me and share that part of this process of keeping my home maintained with you. And this is what I have going on over here. It's not terrible, but you know, it gets worse before it gets better. So this is the hutch that I'm decluttering. So from top to bottom, I have, you know, quite the eclectic collection here. That lantern is so old. But here's just hutch by hutch. Let me get a little closer here and show you each how I have it. Now I may be decluttering some of these shelves as well and freshening this up. It's been quite a while since I've done anything to these shelves. I just overall I'm okay with the way it looks. Now this is some of the things that I still have in the cabinet. I put all my candles. I don't burn candles anymore, but I still like to decorate with them. So I tuck those all to the right. Excuse me. I'm trying to decide what to do with those plates. I think they're so pretty, but I don't decorate. It's not quite my style. And the same with that blue. I have a couple blue and white pieces. I don't, like I said, I don't necessarily decorate with them, but I like them. And so I have on my plates, I'm just kind of stacking together and organizing those. And I can show you closer what we have. Over here I have a lot of primitive pieces that I've collected. Primitive pieces that I've collected over the years, and then here is just a multitude of dishes. I mean, this one still has the tape on it from the thrift store. Jar of tarts. Just quite the eclectic variety here. Now these items I already know. Well, I don't know about the star floating candle. I'm thinking that would be nice to have in a big wash basin or something over the summer for, you know, for Independence Day celebrations and things. And even at Christmas, do you remember those floating candles at Christmas? Put the cranberries around them in a big, like a punch bowl or something, and it was just so pretty. But these items, I don't have any red, anything red like that. So I'm taking those and donating. The plates, they're so pretty, but they just don't work with what I have. They're very mid-century modern, so, you know, check that out. And this carafe, you know, it's from the 50s. I'm debating on whether I want to donate that or not because it's so cute, but I can't keep keeping things just because they're cute. I need to be a little more logical about what I'm keeping and why. I want to make sure it's pieces that I use and can use in a variety of ways. So let me get back to this process so I can get to the thrift store before it's too late so that I can donate and so that I can shop a little bit, you know, take some things in and then bring a couple things home. We'll see what I can find there. Okay, so this is what I have going on here. Let me just give you a little closer look. So I have those little crudité, those little hors d'oeuvre plates with the little forks and the corn holders there, the blue and white dishes, and that old German crock are back in the corner. I'm not ready to get rid of those, to donate those yet. I don't use blue and white a whole lot, but I'm thinking this summer I would really like to do something with those dishes, like again, an Americana type theme. But I have all my creamers, some cups on this shelf, those two plates that I really probably should donate, but they're so pretty I'm not ready to donate those yet either, underneath the creamer. And then all my grubby candles. It always smells so good here because they are all scented. They're old candles. I've had them for many years, so they're not overpowering, but they're still here. And then this is a battery operated cake candle, grubby candle I was talking about in my last video. I really want to try and make some of those with some of the newer candles that I have in storage from Danielle's wedding. And then down here, these are all the wooden bowls and those primitive, they're remake dishes on the bottom. And those two metal things are something my son Jordan made me many years, well, he made them years ago and I just couldn't part with them. Again, just plates, bowls, dishes, random, everything random. I love the brown and white transferware the best, but I have a few, just a few of those. You know what, let me turn those. Can't see the wristers. There they are. That's better. They're so cute, I love those. So just as I need them now, I'll be able to get in here now. Before, everything was just stacked and tucked, and if you move one thing, it was like playing Jenga and you just risked destroying the entire cabinet anytime I wanted something out of there. Now the only thing I have to figure out what to do with, I love this jar and I like to keep them for decorations. Again, that would be great. It's very primitive, more of the cutesy primitive, but I can always take the label off, but I don't want to get rid of the jar, and it's full of tarts. So I used to have a store. Oh, they're in there, packed in there pretty good. Does it even smell? Still smells good. But I used to have a store, a primitive store, and this is actually from the jar I would sell the tarts from. I don't want to get rid of it. I'm not ready to donate that. And also I've been burning, and this I need to put with the other decor pieces. I can't burn the candles and tarts inside my house because it really just causes me a lot of breathing problems. But what I have been doing, and I find is neat to do, is I have a tart burner outside on my back deck. And so I put the tarts in there. Hi, Kelly. I put the tarts in there in the summer, and I feel like it helps to deter bugs. And now over here, these are the things I'm going to donate. Sorry, I got the tripod in the way there, but some of the things I'm donating, I just don't use. They don't match my decor. Some of the things I love, like those plates, but I just don't use them. And they don't fit my style. And then this, I may find something to do with that because it is so cute. It's very more retro than vintage. It's from the 50s, I think, but anyway, I didn't donate it yet, so I can always change my mind. And then this card, I need to put that away. Some of you will appreciate it, but it's Mother's Day card from Danielle. So anyway, do you know Queen? Have you, you know who Queen is, the rock band? So it's just funny. Anyway, that's what I've got going on so far. Now I just want to kind of take some time and declutter and tidy this up. I may be getting into more than I bargained for. We'll see.